new financing model is probably new to Ghana, but if you go to other countries where you know, private capital is hard to come by and governments are surely not in a position to finance all their development projects, they find very clever and intelligent ways to bring in the financing. In Kenya, for instance, the high-speed rail that has been constructed in Kenya, which we are all talking about, is not Kenyans, taxpayers that was used. It was the same barter arrangement. You go to Equatorial Guinea and see the kind of massive infrastructure that is going on there. It's all under these type of arrangements where they are getting so much. And so for me, and for those of us who come from rural areas, you know, to get our roads being properly done so that our, you know, those of us who are into agriculture, we are able to bring our food items into the urban centers and sell and make so much money and go back and enjoy ourselves. This kind of project is what we embrace. So I think that we should get to a point where the country, you know, will support a government and make sure that this type of initiative, because we have so many resources, and I'm sure many of us will admit that, for instance, we have a galamsey menace that is hurting our country. Who are those largely in this galamsey menace? It's the Chinese. So now if we have a smart and intelligent way to address the Chinese and have a barter system where their populace do not have to populate our country to mine our gold, but rather we say, look, we are going to give you processed gold whilst you help us with financing for all these massive projects that we are talking about within the Sinohydro 2 billion facility. You should see the type of projects that we are embarking on. You know, and so it is the same type of arrangements. If you look at even how we got into commercial oil production, we have known in this country that we had oil, but for many years we were never able to strike it in commercial quantities. It took such an arrangement where private oil rig operators across the world come into our country and at their own cost they strike it, they hit it in commercial quantities, and then government goes into rent-seeking activities, which is just taking royalties and taxes from the people. Under this arrangement, there's no business of royalties. We are saying, come for processed bauxite, and then we point to you that we want this particular road, we want this particular interchange, we want this particular bridge, and constructed. But don't forget, they do not determine at what price. We have the required agencies in this country, for instance, the Ministry of Roads and Highways, the urban roads, feeder roads and highways, have our own cost arrangements. And then we say, these are the envelope, this is the envelope, these are the projects that can go into the envelope, they will cost us so much, and this is where we stop it. And so, those are the kinds of arrangements that have gone on. As for our friends on the other side and their alternative view on this matter, I think it's accepted. They will surely have a view. But we will convince persuasively the Ghanaian public that we think that this is the best way of financing our development projects, and the Akufo-Addo economic transformation program is just about to begin.